Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast! Peekaboo, I see you because I'm so nervous. I'm YouTube. I can't do it. I am so nervous. I'm YouTube famous now. Available. Father, Son, and House of Gucci. In 2029, the album Dad AF. Rock on Golden Amberlynn. Beast! Today, how are you guys doing? Today, I am making an Amberlynn Reid video. Something that I didn't think that I would do again over here. But listen, where's my lip gloss? When your lips are dry as mine, then it's Luna Beauty time. So, let me tell you a story. Let's do a little history lesson over here. And truly, I am really nervous to make this video, but I really want to make this video at the same time. So, I know that probably a lot of Amberlynn Reid followers are going to watch this video. So I feel like I just need to be really transparent and really honest that I am kind of new over here. Kind of, but not really. So let me tell you the story, okay? So years ago, I watched Amberlynn Reid. Probably, I don't know, 3-4 years ago, 5 years ago maybe, I don't know. I watched Amberlynn Reid. I found Amberlynn Reid and Amy Slayton at the same time. I think I actually did a video, kind of like comparing them or talking about them, you know, whatever. I have talked to Amberlynn Reid many times. I have talked to Amy Slayton many times. And so what happened was that, I mean, I used to also go into Amberlynn Reid's live streams and I wanted to like, you know, like, I wanted to guest with her and stuff. And I'd always go in there and I'd be like, Amberlynn, guest me. And she'd go like this. She'd be like, no, not tonight. She'd get real nervous about it. We actually did do a live stream at one point together, I think. But what happened over time was that I started to really, like, there was a certain point, I mean, there really still is. I have so many questions, you guys, and I have so many notes right here, okay? So there was a time, hold on a second, let me check my lip gloss. Perfect. But there was a time when literally, I know when I say this, you guys are going to be like, she still does it. It's like every video. But there was a time, and I know, nothing's changed. Absolutely nothing has changed. And that is what I have found by going back the last week and watching all these Amberlynn Reid videos is that nothing has changed and she is still trolling and doing the same thing. And what she was doing at that time was that she was trolling a lot about weight loss, but she just progressively gained more and more weight. And then she would get very angry at the audience. And I was like, and then this was also around the time that Amberlynn Reid was showing how much money she was making off of YouTube. I think at one point, I know at one point, she even showed like her analytics of how much she made in a month. And I was like, girl, you are literally trolling your physical health for views and subscribers. Like, and I just, at that point, I was kind of like, okay, you need to step away for a while. And I just couldn't. I felt a different kind of way about watching her videos, you know? And so, what happened was, I don't know what happened. I started watching, some Amberlynn Reid video came up again. And I have kind of like, I would say the last year and a half, I have gone in and I'll watch 2 or 3 videos of hers. And then like I kind of follow the commentary. I'm friends with Zachary Michael. Hey Zach, how are you? I actually called him before I made this video because I was so nervous. And I was like, kind of fill me in on some of the stuff that I need to know that, you know, people might come for me for in the comment sections and whatever. So anyway, so I went back and I started watching some of these videos and I watched the breakup and then I watched her now getting together with Wifey and some of that was intriguing to me. I was like, okay, this is the kind of stuff that I watched Amberlynn Reid for at the beginning. Now, I have to tell you what is interesting about this, okay? I have talked to many, many huge YouTubers that say they don't want anybody to know. They're like, but behind the scenes, I watch Amberlynn Reid. And I'm like, really? They're like, oh yeah, like I'm obsessed with her. There are a lot of like huge YouTubers that are like obsessed with watching Amberlynn Reid content, which kind of surprised me. So I started watching her videos, I would say it was early to middle last week. And I went back in and I started watching like her videos from like the last couple weeks. And I have to be completely honest, you guys, I totally fell down the rabbit hole again. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it is about her constant lying or her absolute inability to keep her story straight, or if it's on purpose, which I do believe that, because I believe personally that Amberlynn Reid is one of the most calculated, manipulating people on YouTube. I really, really do believe that. And if you are a super fan of Amberlynn Reid's and you have watched every video of hers for the last 2 to 3, 4 years, and you can stand by all this crap and not question even just a little bit of it, I really don't understand. So please educate me in the comment section below. I'm totally open to that, okay? But I really don't understand it because just in watching the last 2 weeks of videos or the last, 10 videos of hers, you guys, I have so many questions and so many inconsistencies that I have found that I was like, and I know that there are people out there that are doing entire videos just on one inconsistency. So I kind of wanted, because I think I might start doing from time to time regularly, I don't know yet, Amberlynn Reid commentary. I just got done watching her newest video, which is Wifey moved in and bought a new car, which I'm sitting there watching it and I'm like, oh, so you learned to drive? And then she said, now I'm still scared to drive. I was like, she's still scared to drive? She still has not learned to drive a car? I was like, my God, is she still pulling this storyline? I mean, Destiny, Becky, all of them. Like, I mean, this storyline of not, look at my face is getting so red. I'm going to have a heart attack because of Amberlynn Reid. It's just ridiculous. I'm like, she is still not driving a car. She's scared and all this kind of stuff. Okay, I get it, girl. I get it being afraid to drive a car. But you've been saying this for years. Then I just watched this video and I actually asked, I can't. I just was watching this video. It was 2 days ago. I don't know which video it was, but it was where she had an appointment with a weight loss doctor. And she went into this whole thing. And this is like one of my biggest pet peeves is when these problematic YouTubers want to be the teacher. And she goes this whole thing about how, like, you really need to go to, like, an expert for weight loss surgery. Well, obviously, why would you? Why would you just go to some idiot for weight loss? I mean, if you're going to go have weight loss surgery, obviously you would want to go to one of the best, wouldn't you? Especially when you have the money that Amberlynn Reid has. And so I'm sitting there, and I'm watching this, and I'm like, oh, she's going to actually go through with this weight loss consultation. And then she came back in the vlog and she was like, well, the appointment got canceled. She didn't say she canceled the appointment. The appointment got canceled. And I was like, I'm almost positive this is like something she used to do back in the day. So I'm talking to Zach and I was like, he goes, yes, she's canceled a lot of these appointments, but she doesn't say that, blah, 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 whatever. And I was like, okay. So let me just tell you, back in the day, I did a couple videos about Amberlynn Reid. I did a video comparing her to Amy Slayton. Amberlynn Reid used to hate when I compared her to Amy Slayton, okay? And she would tell me that. And joke's on her because Amy Slayton, who took probably this reality show, I know Amberlynn Reid got pitched a reality show at one point. Why she didn't take it is beyond me, okay? I don't know what she was afraid of by going on this reality show. But maybe that she couldn't commit to something. But here Amy Slayton is over on 1,000 Pound Sisters, lost weight, pregnant again, has a baby, married, living her best life, okay? And I don't think that Amy Slayton, having talked to her and stuff, is calculated. I mean, yes, I know all about the lies of the past with Amy Slayton. I was just talking about it in a live stream the other night. People were like, Amy Slayton lied? And I was like, oh God. Yes, Amy Slayton lied about a lot back in the day about needing money for her sister's casket, but her sister's still alive. But, she took responsibility for that. She got in the live stream, she let all these people attack her, and then, she took ownership over it. I kind of respect that a little bit about Amy Slayton, So here it is, Amberlynn Reid, okay, still trying to troll and pull the same story that she's pulled for the last 5 years. When is it not going to work anymore? I did notice that Amberlynn Reid's views are not as good as they used to be. But she's still getting good views. I mean, realistically, for YouTube, she's getting 40 to 60,000 views a video, 70, 80,000 views. I mean, that's good on YouTube in today's time, So she's still making good money on YouTube. She's still getting good views. But there were some things that I have some questions about. So let me go in here. Okay, first of all, this is the newest video, which is about Wifey moving in. Oh, well, here, let me tell you about my video. Oh, so wait. So I made this video in the past about Amy Slayton and Amberlynn Reid, okay? Then I would reach out to Amberlynn and I would say, do you care if I make this video? And at one point she was like, I don't care what you say in a video because everybody's gonna hate on me no matter what I say or what the truth is anyway. This was when she like took down her Twitter. I don't know if she's on Twitter anymore or not, but at that point, I guess I could look, but she was on Twitter and then she took her Twitter down and she was like, no, because everybody's mean, that's why I took my Twitter down. Oh no, girl, it can't be any part of your foolishness and you taking any responsibility for it. It's only because people are mean to you on Twitter. So anyway, she took her Twitter down. But that was when she was just like, make whatever video you want to make, right? So then I made a video, and this was when, I believe this was when she was with Destiny, and she bought her like 2 Christmases. She bought her one in October, but then she couldn't wait till Christmas, so she had Destiny open like all of her presents, and so then she gave her another Christmas. Do you remember that? This was like when they both got jobs back in the day, and she would do like candy hauls, and they both got jobs at this factory or something, and Amberlynn was like, you can't take a soda pop in there. And she was like, yes, I can. And Destiny was like, yes, I can. And Amberlynn's like, no, you can't. You have to put it in a thermos. You have to use your thermos. And I would literally just sit there and I was like this with every video. It was like the beginning of the torrid hauls. So I did this whole video because Amberlynn Reid talked about making this stew. And she talked about this wonderful stew that she made. And I did this video back in the day and I was like, talking about, I don't know, Amberlynn sitting on her front porch and somebody being like, Amberlynn, bring me some of that sweet tea and some of that day old stew, Amberlynn. Because I was like, her apartment, I'm sure, just reeks and stinks of that day old stew because she had this pot on her stove and it was this stew and she's like, this is like, and she's like stirring this like, you know, this stew that had been sitting on the stove for 24 hours. She's upgraded. Her new apartment's real nice, okay? Got cabinets and everything, you know? But she's stirring this stew, and it just was like coagulated or whatever the word is, you know? And so I just was like, oh my God, I just know her apartment smells like this day old stew. I can't, right? So anyway, that was like that video, and I did a couple other videos, and then I stopped, right? I should have kept on with the Amberlynn Reid videos. I should have. But anyway, so I'm watching this newest video of hers, okay? First of all, this is what cracks me up, okay? I mean, yes, I could go in and we could talk about the weight loss, weight gain, all that kind of stuff. In fact, in this video, at the end of it, well, first of all, at the beginning, when she does her weigh-in, she's doing this 100 days of weighing in, you know, whatever. Okay, she says she's really proud of herself because she's lost 80 pounds. Then she says in the last 10 days, she's lost 18 pounds. But at the end of the video, she said she's really proud of herself because she's lost 14 pounds. And I'm like, girl, is it 14? Is it 18? I'm confused about all this. Okay, but anyway, congratulations on your weight loss. I think that that's fantastic. Okay. So at the beginning of this video, she's talking about this thing, this healthy Lunchables. And she says she's totally obsessed with these. And she calls them Lunchables for adults. Girl, Lunchables are for adults. They're not just for kids. So it's like basically like this like upscale Lunchable that she probably paid too much money at the Starbucks because apparently all she does is go grocery shopping at the Starbucks with her girlfriend. So anyway, she goes to this, she eats this thing and she's like, I can't with this. I can't. This is why I had to make a video. She puts this like cracker and then she folds over this like, I don't know, lunch meat, ham or something, and puts a piece of cheese on it. She goes, it's really not that hard. It's easy or something like that. And I'm like, oh my God, girl. Like, no, it's not hard to do a Lunchable. Like, seriously? I mean, like, it's not, you don't need a college education to put a Lunchable together. And she's like, it's really pretty easy. Oh, like that. And she eats it. I'm like, oh my God, I can't with this girl. So then she goes in and talks about the new car and how her girl, she goes, it's not my car, it's my new girl. I also will say it was very interesting to me that she said in here because this is where Amberlynn tries to cover her tracks. But then, I'm like, listen, y'all, I'm new, okay? So for all of you people that have followed Amberlynn and you're like, yes, we know, Peter, we know, okay? Can you just be kind to me this first video and I'm gonna catch up, I swear. Put anything that I need to know in the comment sections. I would really appreciate it, okay? But she sits there and she covers her tracks and she did this 4 or 5 years ago and she's still doing it today, okay? And she goes in there and she says, my girlfriend moved in. She's on the lease. And I'm like, oh, no, 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 Amberlynn. You shouldn't have said that in a video because you said, now you said she's on the lease, okay? So when her and wifey Oh, by the way, can we talk about this video that she said, I'm going to marry her, I'm going to marry this girl, and there was not one mention. You want to talk about clickbait, okay? There was not one mention in that entire video where she showed what she bought at Starbucks that she was craving, but she didn't even remember what she ordered at Starbucks. There wasn't one mention of her marrying that girl. That was all for views. And I'm like, oh my God, you talk about clickbait. Okay. So, what was I saying, Amberlynn? I'm trying to go back in time. I totally forgot. I've lost my mind already. Here, if I look at the videos, maybe that'll remind me of what I was saying. My girlfriend moved in and got a new car. Oh, she talks about how her girlfriend's on the lease, okay? And then she says, my girlfriend got a new car. She keeps on saying it's our car, but it's really her car. And I'm like, you know Amberlynn bought her this car, okay? She had to. And then you know that the girl's name is not on the lease, okay? Now, I do want to say this. I did it in a live stream the other day. I said, I want to see wifey, because I'm just, like, I'm intrigued. But, hey, Amberlynn, I'm very happy that you're in a relationship. I hope that it lasts well and y'all treat each other well and all that kind of stuff. I do think it's interesting, though, while you're putting out clickbait titles like I'm going to marry this girl, that you literally put, and I know people have called this out 7 days ago, on your what do you call it, on your community tab. Should I slide back into her DMs, wifey who? And I'm like, girl, so you're going to bring your exes into you're bringing all your exes into this? I'm confused at this point, right? And people let her have it in the comment sections of this community post, okay? Yes, Amberlynn, this is it. Thank you for this post. You've officially shown your true colors. And for free on your own page, LMAO, if anyone still had any thought in their head, you're a good person, this post changed their mind. I can't grasp the amount of absolute disrespect of this post. And it goes on and on and on. Hold on a second, I'll read you a few of these. And, somebody said, Amber, your empathy truly knows no bounds. I don't think any of us should be surprised. Amberlynn never stopped loving Destiny and kept getting into these relationships because she's codependent. Goes on and says all this kind of stuff. People are saying, someone said we need another, I'm not going to read that one. Said Destiny, hold on a second, can't get to this comment. It says, oh shoot, what did I do? Oh, I hope I didn't like a comment. Is probably looking, oh my Lord, I can't read this. But anyway, so that was interesting to me. She's trolling on her community tab as well. She says underneath here about like copyrighting people and she's talking here about what people want. And this is always the thing that's interesting about Amberlynn is that she asks people what she wants. And like, if you give her 10 things of what you want in a video, she'll pick the one that's the easiest to address. And then she addresses it and people complain. And she's like, I gave you what you wanted. Like, she acts like she's doing everybody a favor by filming these vlogs. You're the reason she's doing it. If it wasn't for you, she'd just be living her fine life. I don't know, doing nothing, working in a factory, eating day-olds too. It's because of you she has to do these vlogs. Don't blame her that her vlogs are boring. I'm like, whatever, girl. So anyway, so I went through these videos and I took some notes. Okay, hold on a second. Amberlynn Reid, here it is. So she canceled her appointment. Girl in back of the video, I wrote down. Oh, this was it for me. Okay. Well, for two things. First of all, that smoothie that she made, that she said was so delicious, smoothie. Have you ever all made a smoothie? Okay, like, I mean, I have a NutriBullet, and so I feel like I'm an expert on making smoothies. If you own a NutriBullet, you're basically an expert. You know what I mean? But listen, she talks about how she puts her spinach in there, which is like basically like 4 or 5 leaves of spinach, because that's how you get your greens, and she doesn't like that kind of stuff. So then she puts chia seeds, because if you're going to be a smoothie expert, you have to use chia seeds, which are nasty. And then she puts in a bunch of other stuff. And then at the end, she's like, oh, and this is really good. She puts vanilla syrup in there. Who puts vanilla syrup in a smoothie, in a healthy syrup, in a smoothie? I'm just asking. I don't care. More power to you. I did think it was cute that she's got that whole little coffee area in her kitchen now with brown sugar and all that. It looks like the Kardashians when they have those things, you know, where they stack the cookies. I was like, is Amberlynn trying to be the new Kardashian? She's got this little coffee area over here where she made... Basically, she made coffee. She said it was the best coffee in the entire world. It was basically a cup of whipped cream. It was like 2 cups of whipped cream or something like that. But anyway, and then she sprinkled some brown sugar on there. It looked real fancy. And it actually did look like a real nice coffee. You know what I mean? She's, I don't know, apparently on the coffee diet or something. But she goes into this Starbucks thing, okay? First of all, Anybody that goes to Starbucks on a regular basis, and if you watch my review channel, you know I do, okay? I go over there. Well, I haven't recently, but I still review stuff over there. But I used to go to Starbucks every single day, okay? Anybody knows the difference between a Trenta and a Venti. She pulls out this Trenta lemonade, and she says in here, it's only 80 calories. And I'm like, girl, I know that Trenta lemonade is not 80 calories. Google search, because y'all know I love the Google, okay? Google search, 200 calories. So she's like, everything here is low calorie, and she's eating a chocolate cake pop or something, and a scone. And a scone's like 300 calories. I mean, all of it together came to like 700 calories. And I'm like, that is not low calorie. Like, how are you thinking that this is? I don't know. It's just like she says this stuff and then she believes it. And I'm like, but Peter, why are you surprised? Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed in the world of Amberlynn. So anyway, that was my first thing that I was confused about. And then she goes in, okay, wait, this is all about the lemonade that I was just so put out by. The clickbait title of I'm going to marry her says nothing about it. What are my last two notes about? Okay, this is the thing that I'm very confused about, okay? And this is where Amberlynn takes the things that she says and she uses them to her advantage, okay? I don't think any of us at this point would like be disappointed if she didn't lose weight. I'm rooting for her. I'm rooting for you, Amberlynn, to lose weight, okay? What I don't understand at this point, okay, and I've said this 4 years ago, and I'll say it today, okay, for your health. I don't understand why you wouldn't, A, do a reality show that was going, if that was pitched to you, allegedly, that was going to help you with that, okay? I would love, if a reality show called me up, listen, I need to lose weight. If a reality show called me up and said, we're going to put you in, if The Biggest Loser called me and said, we want you as a contestant on there, I'd be like, I'm on there tomorrow, okay? You don't have to pay me. I want that Jillian Michaels. I want her to get me on a treadmill and let's do it. And I'm going to step out of there and be couture model of the world, okay? But when you have the money that Amberlynn is making, okay, why would you not hire a nutritionist and a dietitian and a physical trainer and all this kind of stuff? And I never understood this about Amberlynn's channel, right? And unless it's all total fear, which I relate to, I get that, and take it in that direction and lead your audience on this amazing journey, which is what Amy Slayton is doing and making herself famous and the whole thing. So Amberlynn could do the same thing. She really, really could. And I don't understand it. But what's interesting to me about watching Amberlynn is what she says is like, it's like she'll sit there and she'll say, well, you know, I've lost such and such amount of weight because I've been working really, really hard. But then when she puts the same amount of weight back on, she says it's water weight gain. And I'm like, well, then couldn't it have been water loss gain? I mean, I know for me, okay, if I just fast for a day, like I'm going to be down 3 or 4 pounds. I know that, okay? That's not any kind of dieting genius. That's just water loss is what it is, right? And, you know, but it is always to her advantage. I'm not talking about it in the scheme of the weight stuff, because for her, I wish her the best, and I want her to lose weight for her health and for her well-being, and I think she'd be a happier person because she has said that, right? But for any of her stories that Amberlynn uses, she always has these stories where it's like, she'll say something, but then when it doesn't work to her advantage, she twists the story. And I'm like, she has been doing this, literally, you guys, for her entire career on YouTube. Her entire career. And what's real interesting to me is that back in the day when I did talk to Amberlynn, she said that she loved Trisha Paytas, okay? Well, I do a lot of Trisha Paytas commentary. I think we know that. And what's interesting to me is that Amberlynn and Trisha Paytas are like very similar in their trolling tactics on YouTube. So anyway, there's that. Was there anything else that I wanted to talk about in today's video about this? No, I think it was just about that. But I watched all the videos. Let me go in here and see if there's anything that I wanted to talk about. Hold on a second. My girl, I understand why she's keeping wifey, you know, behind the scenes because of other people being doxxed and stuff like that. But, you know, I just want to say this, okay? When you are up, and I'm not, there's nothing right about that, okay? Nobody should be doxxed. There's nothing right about that. But when you are a YouTuber and you bring your family or people into videos, like my cousin's been in my videos, my husband's been in my videos, My best friend has been in my videos. Several of my friends have been in videos. You open them up to that. And I say to each of those people, do you know, like, I mean, people are going to know everything about you and find out about you when you're in a video with me. And they're like, yeah, I know. And a lot of my friends are like, yeah, I don't want any part of that. I have very dear, close friends that I have never mentioned anything about on YouTube in almost 6 years. Never once. Because they don't want any part of it, right? So when you're doing that and you're having this girl hug you from behind, sooner or later, what you're doing is, it's like a kid at a candy store, okay, standing outside looking inside. You're making your audience want to know more about this person. So really what you're doing is, you should have either never brought this person into the public view at all, or what you're doing by hiding her behind you is you're really making people more intrigued, and those people that are gonna go find out things about her are gonna push harder to find out things about her, because they're the kids in the candy store that you're holding this right in front of their face and saying, no, 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 when I choose to allow, and like I said, I don't think there's anything right about doxing anybody, and that shouldn't happen ever. I don't think it should ever happen, right? But I think we know that about YouTube at this point, you know? So what she should have done was, if she was smart, was she should have introduced Wifey in December for AdSense month. Why she's doing all this in January and February when AdSense is low and she's not going to make that much money off of it. I'm like, girl, you know what? Like, you should have introduced her in December and gotten everybody interested in her then, you know? So I don't know. So then, you know, she's talking about weight loss, and this video from 6 days ago is watch me eat candy, Kit Kat taste test, which I just want to tell you how calculated this video is. She doesn't say it on there, but I've ordered those things for review channels before, for my review channel before. What it is, you get on Amazon and you order like a mix and match collection of like Japanese Kit Kats, and they're all different flavors, and that's what she's doing. So when she's saying, I'm going to try all these different Kit Kats, she has deliberately gone on Amazon, ordered this food that she's going to test try on her channel, knowing that she's going to do this weight loss as soon as she's done with it. And it's so calculated to me. It's like, you're talking about your weight loss and you want people to root for you, but you're also at the same time doing a video where you're taste testing Kit Kats, Amberlynn. Like, no, you're screwing with your audience's mind. And what it is it goes back to me to when I asked her about making a video years ago, and she said, I don't care what anybody says anymore because they're going to hate me anyway, so make the video that you want to make. And that's where she's at. I think she knows I'm going to push the envelope as far as I can, and so since that's how she feels, then I thought I would make a video today. Because I'm new and I want to start following Amberlynn. I want to find out all this Amberlynn stuff again. So anyway, I'm going to be keeping up with it. And let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.